Hello, good evening. So, welcome back to one more session. Now, say today's session, right? It is like virtue of patience. Now, you know when I was just talking to someone, and people say that this patience is what? Patience is like, but we have to keep ourselves in control. Is that the patience? Now, for that, say because we are in medical, right? So when we say that what is disease, right? How do we define disease? Disease is nothing but it is when there is no ease. It is the absence of ease is the disease. So same way, it is the patience is nothing but when we become impatient. When I am impatient, when I'm not patient that time, it's like impatience. So it is something which is inbuilt. You don't have to cultivate the patience. You don't have to develop the patience. It is already there, right? Now I'll show you something which is very interesting. Have you seen cheetah? Right? Cheetah. Now this cheetah, it's so powerful, right? Its speed is mesmerizing, means 0 to 110 kilometers in just over 2 seconds, right? No engine, no car in the world can actually beat this speed. It is that good. But when it starts, right, when it is supposed to attack, see how patiently it waits, right? Now these are the screenshots, right? These are the screenshots that actual movie. Now, this cheetah, whose speed is so mesmerizing, but there is a limitation that it can run for about 400 to 500 meters at this high pace. Now, is chasing whom? Is chasing a Thompson gazelle. Now, speed of Thompson gazelle is not less. It is also almost of the speed of say 105, 107 kilometers. So it is a matter of just few kilometers, right? Cheetah is going at 110 with amazing pickup, but this Thompson gazelle, that deer, he has got capacity to run for very long distance. So now starts that sprint, right? See, here is the beginning. Right? This is this is what's called as the walk. Cheetah starts walking. Now, this is say by the way, when we are discussing, why not to talk about even that also? So when the cheetah walks, right, or any of these four-legged animal when they walk, can we write it like say one, two, or let me take another color pen. Say this is one. Wait. Hmm. Say one, two, three, and four. These are the four legs. Now see, there is so much of rhythm. You'll really enjoy it. It is same way. It is true for horse. It is true for cheetah, and actually you'll be able to see it, right? So cheetah starts walking. Now when the cheetah is walking, this is in a rhythm. When the horse is walking, right, because of those special plates, right, those horseshoes which are mounted, that's why you get tuck 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 that sound. For cheetah, there are very soft sponges, there is no sound, but again the rhythm remains the same. This is what is called as the four beat pulse, right? It is the four beat music. When let's say cheetah, when he walks, so it is 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, right? Now this rhythm, it goes in this way, that say it 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 goes from let's say this is left, this is right, left front, right back, right front, left back, and then this rhythm, it keeps on moving. Now this is true even for the horse. But so when in equestrian, when you will watch, so this becomes the first thing when it has to be so rhythmic. Now see, cheetah has seen that, right? He has seen the target and now he is moving. He picks up the pace. This is the pace, right? He picks up this. Now this is what is called as the trot, right? Now from 4-beat music, now this becomes 2-beat music. So previously it was 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now it becomes 1 2 1 2 1 2. So if you really draw it like this, so it becomes 1 1 diagonally, 2 2 diagonally, right? So right front, left back, left front, right back. That's how it starts running. It picks up the pace. Now from trot, see, this is a new stance, right? This is a new speed. This is what is called as the cantering. Now it is the cantering when they actually start running. Now is the speed, right? Now this cantering is a 3-beat music, right? It is like a 3-beat music. So when horse is running, you will hear the sound tatarak, 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 right? That's how it moves. So in this, it is say 1 and then the diagonally 2 2 and then the 3. So that's how it moves, right? So this is what is called as the leading leg, and then the opposite leg is leading, right? Again, this is a canter, and then starts the full-fledged. This is what is called as the gallop. This is called as gallop. And in the gallop, now can you hear properly? Is it fine? Okay. All right. So this is the gallop. Now gallop is a full speed, right? That's the speed in which all 4 legs, they are in air, right? All 4. This is the top pace. This is the top pace. And this is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So over here it goes like 1 2 3 4, but it becomes so rapid, right? It becomes like a rhythm. And then there is final kill. But before this entire procedure, before that cheetah actually went into its full-fledged gallop, the initial phase was absolute patience. It keeps on. It has got so much of power, but it waits. It waits. And it waits for that correct moment, right? So over here, why we are discussing this thing? Because for patience, right? What exactly is patience and why is it really needed? We'll see this entire thing into, let's say, 3 areas. One, first we'll understand it. Right? We'll understand that what exactly we really need. Are there any advantages, right? Because if there is no advantage, then why to follow it? But once we'll understand that yes, it is useful, here is the solution. And solution will be like 1 2 3. You do these 3 things and see the difference exactly after 1 week. Because if we don't get the results, right, then there is no fun. Friends, those who have really committed themselves for this entire week, they must have noticed one thing, that if not more, at least the discipline has entered into their life. Now, they'll be enjoying waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, right? That alarm, they must have started avoiding that snooze button, because when you press that snooze button, immediately it is like gone. You have lost the day, because you started with that one excuse that no, give me 5 more minutes. Are baba, if it is like you want to wake up at say 4:35, then fix the alarm of 4:35. But when it is 4:35, done, means no excuse. So if you have followed this thing properly, you'll see the difference, right? Okay. So here, when we say that patience, right? Patience, it is like a virtue of patience. It's a good habit of patience, right? Should we really develop it, right? That's good. That's good. So, in case of patience, this thing started way back, right? Way back. This is like it has been explained in many of the literature. बहुत सारे लिटरेचर में इस बात को समझाया गया था कि पेशेंस इज सो इम्पॉर्टेंट, राइट? बट फर्स्ट ही वाज द विलियम Langland. In one of his poem, he mentioned about this, that this is something which is so useful and so helpful. Okay, but how we really define it? The moment I'll write it, everything would be crystal clear. You'll understand it very clearly that what exactly are we talking about, right? This is your capacity. It is your capacity to tolerate, right? This is your capacity. Now see, I'll write only in the form of keywords because we have been working up on, say, keywords, brain mapping, right? So that's why we'll be dealing only in keywords. From today's session, everywhere, we'll be talking about only keywords. So this is a capacity to tolerate. Tolerate what? One, trouble. You are doing some work and you are in trouble. You find it difficult. There is some delay, right? There is some suffering. You are not getting enough sleep. You are not getting enough sleep because you want to study. But then, any trouble, any delay, any suffering, but still your emotions, they are in control. Your emotions are in control. Which emotion are we talking about? We are talking about that you are not getting angry, right? You are not getting angry. You are not losing your head, right? Nothing. You know that if I'm working properly, definitely I'll be getting the result. This is what exactly the patience is. Patience is not that let's wait, one day I'll be getting a lottery और एक दिन में पास हो जाऊंगा, right? Or this thing would happen, I'll get a good job, right? All those things, they are of no use. They are of no use. It is not at all patience. This is not at all patience, because when I was talking to one of my friend, they said now in today's fast world, up to cell phone hai, this, that, everything, right? Everything is there. So things are like much faster. Why to wait? No, right? Wait state. It is not the patience. Patience simply means that you need to work consistently. And why I'm talking about this to you guys? It's just for one reason, that as someone wrote it in comments, and very, very rightly that gentleman wrote, if we write examples like patience is needed in what? Marathon. Yes, long distance, right? Long distance race, right? It takes a hell lot of patience before you actually hit the finish line. Say you want to develop good health, right? Start going to gym. Yes, it requires patience, because in gym you are going every day before you start getting, say, good results, right? Then let's say you plant a mango tree, right? Will you get the fruits immediately? No, it takes 5 years, 7 years, and then starts. And same way, becoming a doctor, your MBBS degree, this is what requires patience. Because even if someone is down in the final semester, right? In final semester, he tells that, okay, I don't want to finish. I don't want to give exam. Gone. Result, zero. Zero. No one would say, okay, out of say 5 years or 5.5 years or 6 years, he has completed 5.5 years. He knows 80% or 90% of the medical, so he's almost a doctor. Sorry, gentlemen, there is nothing like that, right? It is all or none. It is all or none. Either you are a doctor or someone is not a doctor. Bas baat khatam. So that's the reason that all of you are basically cheetahs. All of you are basically lions or lioness. You have the capacity, but that capacity is to be sustained for 5 6 years. And I'm not talking about right now post graduation, right? So once you complete your MBBS, then there is internship, then there is post graduation, then you might be going for still higher. It is like 10 years of your life. Yes, that's what you are on to. 10 years. Within these 10 years, so your friends, other friends, those who are not in medical, right, they get established, they start doing their job, right, they start their families, but then still you are on to a mission. This is the reason why this topic has been kept, because if it is not injected into your brain very properly that this is such a race, chances of people falling midway are very high. That's like marathon. So MBBS is not a sprint, right? It's like chalo 6 mahine aapne padh liya and then that's it. No, it won't be possible, right? It is a marathon. It is a long distance race. Now for this long distance race, if we really say that it is such a long distance race, then how do we prepare ourselves? Because whatever we say, everything said and done, but at one point of time it happens that people break, right? People are tired, right? We are not talking about machines, we are human beings, right? We are humans. So it is completely normal to get bored, to get tired, right? And out of all those 19 subjects, we might be feeling good for say 12 subjects, but these 7 subjects we feel no, I don't like it, right? It happens. It is absolutely normal. But when we know that there are some advantages, so then it gives us a kick that yes, there is a faida. Say for example, share market, equity, and they say that if you have got money, if you have got say 100 rupees, you want to invest 100 rupees, so you divide it into two parts, 50-50. This 50 you will keep patiently into your account, into your bank account. Don't invest. The day market crashes, right? People are panicked. That is the day when you invest. That is the day when you invest, because you know that things which go down, one day it will come up also. And for that you keep patience, because when it comes up, then everyone tells ki chalo now invest, and they people start investing, but then you have lost that chance, you have lost that entire game, because now whatever the profit would be, that would be minimal. You kept patience over here, that yes, when the market was up, you were having money, you were tempted ke chalo invest entire thing, yes, it will go still higher, but no, what goes up it goes down, what goes down it comes up. So that's where you need to wait, right? So first thing what I'm about to tell you is, it will not only help you into your MBBS, into your career, but it will help you in your entire life. Because as I said, life is never like a straight line, right? There will be several ups and downs, several ups and downs. It is this phase which is so difficult, right? When you are on the top, the entire world is with you. But when you are at the bottom, when there is some trouble, you have to fight all your battles by yourself. Now, when person loses the control, right? When person loses and he starts getting angry, right? So this anger, frustration, all those things, they decrease performance, right? They decrease performance. When the performance is decreased, what would happen, right? It will lead to more anger. That will lead to still decreased in performance, and the result, it is what is called as the vicious cycle. I don't want that any of you should be trapped into this vicious cycle. Now, how it is applicable to you? It's applicable to you in 5 different ways. Like, these are the 5 years of your medical. The first year, right? See what happens. The first year, from 12th straight away, you are into medical, and suddenly you find, Arey, there are so many subjects, so much to learn, and in so much of depth. Now, if you are consistent, you feel कि चलो कोई बात नहीं, right? This is what is to be done. I'll do it, and you start working. Now, when you start working, then you start understanding. When you start understanding, it gives happiness that yes, ये तो आता है, right? And that way you are happy and you are working. But what if it goes reverse way? एंड इफ समवन टेल्स कह रहे अभी से क्यों पढ़ने का, डोंट वरी, राइट? आपने 12th में मेहनत की थी, अभी आप मजे करो. बट स्टिल डीप इन योर हार्ट देर इज अ पैनिक, कह रहे यार कोर्स इतना है, एंड यू डोंट स्टडी. एंड देन exam approaches. Now suddenly you find, you make a target and you find that every day you are supposed to read 200 pages. That is impossible. And even by the end of the day, even if you finish 100 pages, you feel that still the journey is just half. आधे तो बाकी रह गए, right? And that leads to frustration. Next day, performance still goes down, 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 and slowly and gradually, one day, person enters into this vicious cycle. Performance goes down and down, and it affects even the exam. Because in the heart, there is like, okay, out of 10 chapters, I have just done 4 chapters. So even your confidence is low in those 4 chapters. But if you have consistently done good work, right, you have kept patience, jitna samajh aaya, utna I'll absorb. Now, say it used to happen that initially, right, there are several teachers, even in our college also, right? There were very good teachers, but it invariably happens that some teachers, they have got slightly different style of teaching, and sometimes it is not, we are not comfortable with those teachers. It's not so that teachers are bad, but the style is different, so we are not comfortable. But still, you need to attend those lectures. Why? Just a minute. Volume is low. Okay, just a minute. I'll boost it. Hello, hello, hello. Is it okay? Hello, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Is it okay? Can you now is it okay? Can you hear properly? Okay, all right. So what I was talking about was that, see, there were several teachers, but some teachers, when they were explaining it, I was finding it bit hard to understand it. But still I used to attend those lectures. Why? At least few words from that subject, they were entering into my brain, so that when I'll start studying it from the books, at least I'll be bit more comfortable, I'll be bit more happy. Instead of listening to or reading these words absolutely blank, I have got some experience, that is in the form of that as I heard those words, now it is bit easy. It happens. It is that point. Because see, it is so easy to tell someone that no, this topic is difficult, I don't understand. Right? So easy. Or when it is said that, see, someone did a painting, right? He was a very good painter, very good painter. And still people were telling that no, this painting is not good. So he put that thing on a square on a road, and he put one pencil over here. He said that wherever you find that things are to be changed, please mark and correct it. And you'll find that people started telling, no, this is good. It happens even in real life, right? So what we are to do is that when we keep our head under control, right? In one of the movie, that that said that this is the diyasalai, this is the matchstick, right? So again, I don't remember sometimes those movies, but that I think Javed Jafri was there, and he said that अरे ये माचिस में क्या है? कहते अभी तो मैंने तो सारी दियासलाइयाँ चेक कर रही थी, जला जला के सब जल रही थी, अभी क्यों नहीं जल रही? So it is like that, this matchstick. I remember that matchstick because this matchstick, he has got the head, but the day it is burnt, this matchstick is useless, right? This matchstick becomes useless. There is no point. So that's the difference between you and the matchstick. It is very easy and it is very even normal to get angry. People would say that it's okay to get angry. Anger is something which takes your frustration out. Everything fine, but now the day will start understanding the blood pressure. The day will start understanding the sympathetic system in detail, right? We'll find that this anger is something which is literally destroying our systems. So why to do that? And because it is decreasing the performance, so this week will follow some very specific patterns, right? So that final result, that is after 5 years, we should be the best and consistently. Means our graph should constantly be, if it is not like this, but definitely it should, even if it goes like this, a slow pace, then also we are happy. It should not go down. No, that's not what we want. Okay, so benefit, the first benefit which I'm about to tell you of this is, that is keeping patience. It means anything goes wrong, don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. The first is that if you develop this method and if you develop this virtue, right, you are preparing yourself for long-term goal. Long-term goal. Now, this goal, whether it is for your education, whether it is for your academics, or it is for the day you have started investing, right, and then you want good returns, this will matter a lot, because you will know that yes, this is the time, put the money, and then you will start watching it multiplying, right? So long term goal, it is preparing you for a long term goal. Our goal is not only MBBS, but a good doctor. That's our goal. That's our goal, long term goal. Okay, first. Second, whenever you are angry, actually you break something. Either you break physical things or you break someone's heart. But everything goes wrong when person is angry, right? It is the anger which destroys everything. So best is if you avoid this. So then you'll become more persistent. In simple words, when we say, "Ke beta, hang on," right? Hang on. बायोकेमिस्ट्री समझ नहीं आ रही, फार्मेकोलॉजी समझ नहीं आ रहा, स्टडी, हैंग ऑन, right? Slowly and gradually your brain will start adapting. Your brain is a human brain. It has got amazing capacity of 72 hours of magical phase, right? For 3 days, keep on studying that topic. Yes, I know that biochemistry is tricky, pharmac is tricky, no problems, stick to it. After 3 days, you'll find कि नहीं, दिमाग में घुस रहा है, right? You'll start understanding it. And as I said, as some of you very very politely and very nicely said that please stay with us for the marathon of medical. Definitely, I'm with you. And in fact, we are planning something so fantastic so that at no point of time you'll be facing any of the difficulty. Just stick to it. Right? So, what our expectations are from you is that whenever, whatever the topics which are discussed, put it into implementation. Put it, do it. Right? At the most, what? Say, we'll be talking for 1 hour, right? Just for 1 hour. And then I'll be telling you something at that, chalo beta, you follow this thing, right? You follow this. Two, not more than 3 tips. How much time will it take? At the most 5 minutes. So, can you invest your 5 minutes for me? And that also only for 3 days, right? So it comes to 15 minutes, right? In 3 days. But when you'll start doing it on third day, you'll see that yes, it is doable. You can do it. And when it will come into your life, it will become like a second nature. Even if you are disturbed, still it will not affect your capability of learning, of studying. And that thing will be important when you are watching your patients, right? Let's say after 10 years, 15 years, you are doing some major surgery and you just before surgery you come across some bad news, right? It's life. But still, it won't affect your hands. It won't affect your judgment skills. It won't affect your quality. It is what matters. That's what matters, right? And you agree with this that it never develops, it never comes overnight, right? There is no solution, there is no tablet, there is no, say, liquid. You just drink it and it gets developed, right? It takes time. So when you implement it, you start getting the feel of it, and slowly and gradually you become master of it. The day you become master, you know what my expectations are? The day you have mastered it, right? And years after years, right? Even when I am not there, you will be teaching these skill sets to your next generation. Let it roll. So practice it so thoroughly so that you can implement, you can pass on this thing to next generations. So if I worked and I reached over here, I would say that why you have to struggle for this much journey, right? I'm giving you a trick. You start from here. You took this level to this new level. So then you help the next generation that, okay, bacho, you fly from here, right? So otherwise, why to reinvent the wheel? Why to start everything right from zero? No, this is what we are in this world, right? We are in this world to give something, right? So over here, the persistent part, right? It will give you that persistence, that not like after 3 days, 5 days, you leave it. No, keep on doing it. It will be part of your nature. It will be part of your life. The third thing, this is very interesting. This is what is called as the commitment. Commitment. Your commitment becomes very clear. You know very well that yes, I am committed for learning this skill. Now, whether it is day, whether it is night, whether it is hot, cold, anything, but because this commitment level is high, right? You'll say that no, I can't. If anyone tells you that, okay, don't talk on cell phone, don't talk on mobile for so much of time. We talk because yes, work expands to fill up available time space. We know there is so much of time to waste, so that's why we actually keep on talking for 1 hour, 2 hours, right? Checking all those WhatsApp messages and whatnot, whatnot. But the moment the target is clear, We know that this is our commitment and this much I am supposed to finish, this much I am supposed to learn. And then it is 11 o'clock in the night and still something is left out. Will you feel like that, okay, let me check how many messages I got in WhatsApp? No, you will say, forget WhatsApp. Right now, my target is to finish this much, and you will be working on it. This is where the entire focus of the life would change. Entire focus would change. The fourth, you will learn to wait for right moment. This point is important for your financial things, right? You will not be carried away. Now this point I've learned in a very hard way. Trust me, previously it was like, say, my father was in bank, right? So he was handling everything. I was not very at all good in finance. Unfortunately, he left this world in, say, due to cirrhosis of liver. Now, over here, when you start learning any of the new skill set, it becomes difficult. It becomes complicated. People keep on giving all sorts of suggestions, right? Even at the smallest of the person would say, okay, you buy this stock and that stock. It happens. Especially when you start earning, this thing really happens. You learn this, that okay, this was all wrong when you start losing money. But then you start learning that skill set. And in that, what I told you, that if it is 100 rupees, keep your 50 rupees always with you, and you'll be investing it when the market crashes, because this crash market is definitely going to come back, right? Remember the day of 27th of April when the market crashed so badly, right? If you have invested 100 rupees on that day, today that 100 rupee is minimum 400. It increased to that level. So this is like, learn to wait for that correct, that right moment, right? These 4 points, right? These 4 points. Long term goal, it is preparing you for long term goal. You become persistent, as it is not an overnight process, right? So you have to constantly working on it. You are giving commitment to yourself, right? You're giving commitment to yourself. And the fourth is, you learn to wait. So these are the four, straight away, those points which are clear, right? We know and we understand it. But then there is one more point, and that point is, you learn one more thing, that everyone, right, everyone or everything in this world is not following your schedule, is not happening, right? Everything is not happening as per you. We feel like that it should happen like this, but no, it won't happen as per you. Though we wish like that, if I purchased this stock A, then I feel that this stock A's price should go up. And if I have sold off stock D, so then I feel this stock price should go down. Because I have sold it, so I then ignore it. I don't like it. And something which I have purchased, I feel that it should go high. Yes, this is the common mentality. But that's what we understand. Keep the control on your emotions, right? That's why even from the equity market, it is said that don't fall in love with any stock, right? Learn it, judge it with cool head. So over here, when we talk about our MBBS subjects, whatever the subject you are studying, right, give it full respect. Give it full respect. Every subject is important because patient won't come and patient won't tell you that, okay, I have got irritable bowel syndrome, right? And I think you should go for no. It happens, right? Nowadays, so because of say Dr. Google, right? All these things are very common. Patient, they straight away come up with that. I think you need to suggest, say, MRI of mine, right? We say that, okay, what are the complaints? No, but I think let's go first for the MRI. Okay. Uh, I'll add Hindi and English both. But as such, in the first session, I said it that yes, I try to use as simple English as possible, first thing, right? And slowly and gradually, you also try to develop that skill set because English is an international language. आपका सारा material, entire studies, everything is in English, है ना? And that English is not simple. वो English थोड़ा complicated भी होता है. So the point is, try to listen again and again, right? In case, let's say, आज का पूरा सेशन खत्म हुआ, out of that entire session, I would say you understood only 50%. 50% तो पता चला ना, ठीक है? For rest of the 50%, watch it again, right? Twice or thrice. I guarantee you, if you watch it second time, na, almost everything will come back. And then, as I said, that start drawing in the form of brain mapping, right? Start drawing in the form of brain mapping. Start writing the points. So when you write points in the form of brain mapping, point 1, point 2, point 3, gradually, as I'm speaking, you'll start writing the points, right? And that's where once you have written, you'll be able to remember it. And as we said that you have to revise just before you go to sleep, and as soon as you wake up in the morning, that's where you are supposed to just watch those points. Sirf dekhne hain, just watch those points. Rest of the things, they are processed by your brain. Your brain is so beautiful, it will process these things automatically. So your entire learning will become effortless. Now, as you said that you respect all the subjects, right? Right? All the subjects. When you respect all the subjects, actually, those subjects will also respect you. Because when you touch that book with love, with care, right? So even you'll find that that subject will become part of you. You'll start learning, you'll start understanding it more effectively, right? So never curse a subject that अरे ये अच्छा नहीं है. नहीं, never speak that. Never speak any negative word because brain actually attracts negativity much faster, right? It is like a slope. It is like a slope. See, गिरना कितना easy है, right? It is so easy to fall. It is so easy to trap ourselves into those bad habits. It is so easy that क्यों 4:30 बजे उठना, right? College is at 9 o'clock, so we'll wake up at 8:30, right? Yeah, it's that cold, right? That kambal is so good, right? But still, those who wake up at 4:30, there is something in them. They have got that extra time where they will be literally beating even their most intelligent seniors. It is because of their consistency. So that's what we learned initially in the first part. And today we are telling about that it is your virtue, right? That is your good habit of patience. So you gave your best shot, right? आपने पढ़ाई की, अच्छी पढ़ाई की, but still some points are not clear. Some points are easily forgotten. हाँ, तो that's okay. This is normal, right? We are not computers so that everything programmed and just in a single shot we remember everything, right? We wish so, correct? We wish that ठीक है एक बार जो पढ़ा, whatever we have studied once, we should be able to remember it forever. We wish so, but it never happens. It never happens. If you are forgetting some points, so then Baba, this is normal. It should happen like that because you are a live human being. You are not a computer, a hard disk on which everything is stored, and once stored, gone, right? Anytime you just press the button and it comes back. No, there is a difference. Definitely human brain is far better, but it has got its own rules. It has got its own rules. So that's the reason that our brain is so smart, right? We need to support it. We need to give some rewards. All these, all these sessions which are planned for 10 weeks, right? It is this only. The day you say that, yes, I am the best, I am the fighter, I'll be learning this, I'll be doing this. If every day you are speaking it, now your brain would be like a commando. If someone tells ke rehne do, you won't be able to do it, you'll fight back. You'll say, no, I'll do it and I'll show you how to do it. Right? You will fight back in a way that you'll tell him that I'll perform and I'll show you. You'll not go and hit him. You'll say that that's like a fighter, that I'll show you how to do it and how to do it in a very smart way and the best way. That's where you will be able to beat those rabbits. There are some rabbits, right? When it will be the final competition, there'll be few people who will be much faster, right? They have got good setups. They are learning. But if you are consistent, trust me, bacha, you will be able to beat all of them. Bus consistency and keep your head super cool. Super cool. Because you know, this cool head is a very dangerous thing. Very dangerous. Even we'll see that, say, in criminal world, right? In criminal world, cold-blooded murder, right? That is a very dangerous thing. Cold-blooded murder. Someone has killed someone, that's okay. They'll say, okay, it is like definitely there is a punishment. But the punishment for cold-blooded murder, no limit, right? That is considered as the most dangerous thing. But same thing when you are very cool, especially into your studies. So that's where it makes you really a deadly person. No one will be able to beat you. So many good things are there. Now, how to do it? Right? How to develop it? This is fine. We understood that yes, patience is good and patience is something into our brain only. And when we try to control it, we become impatient, we become angry, and then this, that, we literally destroy ourselves. But no, if we'll keep this thing under our control, it is beneficial. But how to do it? Just simple things. One. I'll call it a boxed breathing. This is box breathing. It's not so that you have to just take a box and start breathing in it, right? Box breathing is not that. Box breathing is one, you inhale, hold your breath, right? Exhale, hold your breath, and then once again. So in, hold, out, hold. For what count? Start with 5. So it's like when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you start inhaling. Right? Then hold. For this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it. And then for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then once again start the next cycle. This is what is called as the boxed breathing. Boxed breathing is considered as the most effective thing for control of your emotions. At the same time, it is many ways it is good, but right now we are just going for the solution. This is the first thing, right? Boxed breathing. That's the first. The second thing which you have to follow, right? Again, I'll be telling you only such easy to implement practices. The second is steady walk or run. Steady walk or run. It's like if your strength is good, you feel that yes, I can run, fine, you run. If you feel no, my heart rate is increasing, or at this point of time my power is less, no problem, at least can you walk. But whatever you decide, consistently same pace for 4 kilometers. This is what is called as the conditioning of the brain. Initially you will find that nothing is happening. Gradually you'll start getting that developing that skill set, because when it is rhythmical walking, right, you are walking exactly at the same pace. You can listen to music whatever you like. After some time you will keep even the music also on one side, and you will start thinking. When you will start thinking, those thoughts, they will come and go, they'll come and go, and this would be the phase when you'll start planning. You'll start planning even your studies. You'll start revising the things. Actually, it is all these points, whatever I'm telling, self implemented. Literally, in my full marathons, yes, it takes 5 hours, it takes 6 hours. So, during those hours, many times I'm planning something, right? That once I'll go back to my city, right? After finishing this race, right? Tomorrow there is flight, I'll go back, and after that, I'll be doing this, that entire planning. That entire planning comes. And then when you start implementing that planning, because the in the back of the mind there is happiness associated with that run, because every medal is a different story, right? So then there is happiness associated with that medal. So even your work, that is also associated with it. You start learning it at a much better pace, because it is the association. So when you are every morning, let's say you are walking, every evening you can say, what wherever whenever the time available to is available to you, but what you are watching, what you are experiencing, it starts giving those association. In during this phase you planned something, that yes, this is the topic which I'm not understanding. I'll tomorrow I'll speak that topic to myself. Out of say 50 keywords, even if I can speak 10, no problem, but I'll do that. And then it is your own world, you are talking with yourself, right? Trust me, you'll be speaking much more than that. And then next day you try to implement it again. After 3 days, it will become like a game, it will become a pleasure, right? And third is, third is very simple. We have just talked about it, that don't be a matchstick, right? Don't be a matchstick. That something has happened and immediately your volume has been raised, right? Everyone in your society is knowing that, okay, right, big boss is not happy today, right? Don't do that, don't do that, right? Because if you are like a matchstick, and if this burns once, so then it is useless, you know. Once you are fighting, once you get angry and everyone has seen your anger, so then value of that anger is lost. So that's the reason, be like an ocean, right? Ocean never leaves its limit. Anything happens. But the day ocean leaves its limits, so then it is like tsunami. Right? So don't lose your control. Right? It is that which is actually making you so powerful. Right? Keep the head under super cool system. है ना? And when you implement it, not at all difficult, but do it. This box breathing, right, at least if not more, just do it for 3 minutes, just 3 minutes. And these 3 minutes, even when you are studying something, right, then also you can do it. You are watching something, you are watching TV or anything, right? Just do it for 3 minutes. You can do it even before you go to sleep. You can do it even in the morning. 3 minutes is something which can easily be managed. But this part, try it once. If not every day, at least 3 times a week. After that, you'll feel like that it is a fun. You'll every day go for it, right? So it's simple as that. Try to implement. And one more thing, say if you really do it, right, if you are really implementing it, why don't you write it down? Because when you write it in comments, I try to answer everyone, right? When you write now, so then I know that okay, you are finding this part difficult, or you are enjoying, say, this particular thing. So accordingly, when in future more topics will be covered, more and more such interesting things will keep on coming up. So I'll keep on adding it as per your choice, right? That's why I put a poll that what do you really want to learn? Now, I was under the impression that yes, respiratory system, but as you guys said, that no, neurology is something what you really want to learn, right? So definitely, we'll work on it, right? Okay, okay, yeah, that is good. That is good. Excellent. So thank you so much for listening so patiently, right? But do implement it. And in case at any point you feel like that yes, you implemented it, but if you are not getting result, yes, it happens. Sometimes you don't get the result. But what's your experience? Just let me know. I'll tell you that yes, this is the same thing what happened with me, right? So that way, together, we'll keep on discussing so that you get the final success. That's what we are interested in. Okay? All right. So thank you so much, and we meet next week. Good night and take care. Bye bye. Yeah, regarding the biochemistry, sure, sure. We are planning, we are working on that, everything, right? Whatsoever. Yes, definitely biochemistry, definitely those PDFs, but it is say it into bit of planning so that systematically everything we offer you in such a way that every subject is given proper justice, right? So give me some time, but meantime, say next week we are surely starting something. Okay, but do follow these things. Don't miss these Saturdays, right? They are very important, and do follow. Thank you and see you soon.